Senate Bill 95 was introduced this legislative session in response to an issue we first reported on 2 years ago as part of our Guarding the Guardsman series. Now, the proposed law could close a legal loophole that military legal experts say will level the playing field and protect Guard members' fundamental rights. March 4th was the second anniversary of the worst day in Felicia Kavanaugh's life.
There are no words. Losing a child, there are no words.
Her daughter, Sergeant First Class Allison Bailey, went from what records show was a model soldier in the Nevada National Guard to being kicked out over claims she harassed fellow soldiers. The 34-year-old mother of two died 6 weeks later when her heart and lungs failed due to multiple underlying conditions.
I will pursue the truth pertaining to Allison's unconstitutional treatment from the Nevada Army National Guard and do my utmost to hold the correct people accountable, no matter how long it takes.
Felicia's fight for accountability began in 2023. It continues today with a push to change state law.
It does not benefit me. Clearly, it's not going to benefit my daughter, but I'm doing it for our current National Guard members and the tens of thousands that will serve our state in the future.
She found an ally in Nevada State Senator Lisa Krasner.
And she asked me to carry this bill in the 2025 legislative session.
If passed, SB 95 would allow members of the Nevada National Guard who are accused of misconduct to demand a court-martial in lieu of non-judicial punishment. Non-judicial punishment is an internal administrative disciplinary process controlled by the military, a process experts say provides no checks and balances. But a court-martial is a more traditional trial process in the military justice system. It involves a judge, the ability to call witnesses to testify, rules of evidence, and sometimes a jury. Nevada is one of only 6 states where Guard members do not have the right to demand a court-martial.
I attempted to initiate a IG investigation.
Allison's story began in 2020 when she tried to blow the whistle over what she claimed was a bullying and toxic work environment in her unit. But shortly thereafter, Allison found herself under investigation through a disciplinary process called an Article 15. She faced nearly 24 allegations that the Guard called a pattern of misconduct, including engaging in inappropriate relationships with multiple junior soldiers, disobeying orders and regulations, and not showing up for work or showing up late.
The last video she sent me literally was, "Mom, I'm going to spend the rest of my life working on this because it's wrong."
Allison had also filed a complaint saying she'd been sexually assaulted by a fellow Guardsman. That case was referred to the Nevada Department of Public Safety. The agency later closed the investigation, citing insufficient evidence. Through the Guard's own disciplinary process, Allison was eventually demoted and kicked out with an other-than-honorable discharge after serving for 17 years.
It is deeply disappointing, and it's quite unconscionable.
Dr. Dwight Sterling is a former JAG officer with the California National Guard and teaches law at USC. Allison reached out to him for advice after she was discharged.
It's a situation where the Nevada National Guard can simply predetermine the winner and the loser in a case, and then can write a script that will manipulate the system in a way to get to that outcome.
She had a military assigned attorney, but there really isn't much you can do when it goes to a commander and the commander makes the full decision.
Chris Tinsman was Allison's military assigned attorney.
Not having a process for soldiers to have their day in court is just unacceptable on a constitutional level.
In our previous reporting, the Guard told me Allison was provided due process during both the investigation and the subsequent separation board that resulted in her discharge. Tinsman and Sterling both believe the right to a court-martial protects soldiers from retaliation when the military governs every aspect of the disciplinary process.
And be the judge, jury, and executioner.
Senator Krasner agrees.
So why is that okay in the military here in Nevada? It's not okay.
The Nevada National Guard said in an email that it is not for or against the bill, but that it will come with a cost, writing, "Even one court-martial drains resources from the state." The Office of the Military submitted a fiscal impact note to the legislature, estimating it'll cost $1.16 million a year to give Guard members the option of a court-martial. Senator Krasner encourages anyone associated with the Nevada Guard to reach out to her personally and share their stories, as well as contact the Senate Committee on Government Affairs to urge them to schedule a hearing on the bill. You'll find contact information for that, as well as more from the Guard and links to our entire Guarding the Guardsman series at ktnv.com. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.